Hey guys, Prangell Gaming here. Today I'm going to be giving you a Millwall analysis video. Now today's Millwall analysis video is Millwall versus Fleetwood. And in fact, Millwall did win the game 1-0, but I cannot say it was deserved, as we did really struggle at points in that game. And I would go as far as saying that Fleetwood actually did deserve to win the game more than Millwall did. Now anyway, what about the chances in this game? Well, the first chance actually came from Fleetwood as McLaughlin crossed the ball in, and Wes Burns, all he had to do was stretch for the ball and he would have beaten Jordan Archer to the ball and probably put that ball in the back of the net without even Archer getting to it. But unfortunately for Fleetwood's unluckiness, they actually did manage not to reach to the ball and Jordan Archer saved it pretty easily there. Fleetwood then had another chance and were very unlucky not to score here as Bobby Grant crossed the ball in from a free kick. And it was actually headed backwards by Aidan O'Brien as his attempt to try and put it forward. It didn't quite go where it needed to. Then Morison headed it away, and it didn't go too far as Chris Taylor had to header it even further away. But then this ball found its way to a Fleetwood player who had a fantastic long-range shot, parried by Jordan Archer. The ball was then loose and it found its way to Wes Burns, who had a great shot saved by Jordan Archer again. And this is why Jordan Archer is clearly the best goalkeeper in League One. And I was really shocked to see John McLaughlin, the Burton Albion goalkeeper, getting the team of the season. Because really, if you look at the amount that Archer has achieved in his first pretty much full season playing for Millwall, it has been fantastic and he is hugely underrated. But I'm not going to complain because that means teams won't swoop in to take him away from us because we do need him. He's a clearly instrumental player in our team. Bobby Grant then should have made it 1-0 to Fleetwood. A scoundrel dribbled towards the Millwall box and then played it to Savic. Now Savic had the ball dropped to him before he was then shouldered by Mark Beavers. And as he was shouldered, the ball managed to drop off of Savic and then Bobby Grant hit an acrobatic volley. And much to his disappointment, it hit the crossbar. That was definitely the best chance of the game so far. Now, what about the penalty appeal for Fleetwood? Now, I'm just going to straight up say that I think it was a penalty. Now, hear me out here. The ball was cleared away by a Fleetwood player and it found its way to Marlon Romeo. He was then dispossessed by Wes Burns, who dribbled up the pitch and then played it to Bobby Grant, who was in a pretty good position, but he just couldn't find the space to get a shot away. And he actually lost the ball and it was cleared as far as, well, Chris Taylor, who should have done a lot better with getting the ball away, but actually slid and knocked it further towards our defence, which wasn't obviously the best move that you can say there, but he tried his best. I'll give him that. And then that meant that Ryan could literally run through, steal the ball and go in towards the box, and he did that very easily and he moved towards the edge of the box, and this is where Mark Beavers tackled him, and I definitely think there was connection, and I've got to say I think Millwall got away with that because Ryan has a huge argument to complain there, and I think that he definitely was a spot kick, and sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. It was one of those lucky moments for Millwall that could pay a really big help in us getting the playoffs, and at least if we do, moments like this are sometimes what you need to maintain your form, and that's what we got there. Now, before we get into the action that happened in the second half, I just want to talk about the substitution at half-time involving Lee Gregory. As I said, he was subbed off at half-time. He was replaced by Jamie Philpott, who actually was pretty good, I'm not going to lie. I really do like Jamie Philpott. He's progressing really nicely as a player, but it's been announced after the game that Lee Gregory was playing through the pain of some stomach muscle problems and that he is in fact injured. Now in that case, Gregory shouldn't have been playing. If he's injured, he shouldn't be even thought about being put on the pitch. That's really, really unnecessary for Harris to be playing him if he's been injured for a while, which I believe he has been. And in that case, Gregory should be rested for the rest of the season at least, and this will give players like Jamie Philpott, the youth team players, a chance to play on the pitch. And as I said, Philpott is progressing really nicely as a player, so he definitely deserves it. Now the first chance I'm going to be talking about in the second half is actually the Millwall goal, funnily enough, as the chance started from a famous Marlon Romeo throw-in and the ball hit off the head of Ben Thompson. And it dropped its way for Steve Morison, who chipped the ball in the area, and it was headed away by their defender Johnson, and then further booted away by Bell because he didn't do too good there. Now, that would have been a lot more important for Fleetwood to have got the ball away if it hadn't actually met with the header Ben Thompson. And as Thompson headed it forward, Jamie Philpott then flicked the ball over the top for the rushing Steve Morison, and Morison chipped their goalkeeper Chris Maxwell from inside the area, may I add. And that chance came from absolutely nowhere, and I'm glad Jamie Philpott got the assist. As I said, I was really impressed with him in that game, and well, if we could score chances from nowhere, sometimes you just need that to help you through. Bobby Grant had a chance with Fleetwood as Ryan dribbled through, and he actually passed the ball through to Burns, who heel flicked it back, and it found its way for Scoundrel, who dribbled for around about 2 seconds, I'm not even going to lie, before deciding Bobby Grant was actually in a lot better of a position. And well, from there, they actually had the shot, and there was a great foot save by Jordan Archer, and I've got to say, it then bounced back, and he headed the ball, and then he had to make another great save there to deny Bobby Grant yet again. Now, Millwall came close to extending their lead here as a corner came in from Chris Taylor, and it fell to Byron Webster, who had a great shot, but unfortunately Jamie Philpott decided that he wanted to header the ball away from the goal. Now, I would complain about that, but it actually came out that he was offside anyway, but it is a chance nevertheless it could have gone in the back of the net. Now, Archer was forced into making 2 great saves before the end of the game, as the ball was crossed in by their player Jordan, and it was knocked down on for Ball, who played it through to Wes Burns, who actually had a fantastic curling shot, parried away by Jordan Archer, and then the follow-up header was saved again by Jordan Archer, again proving how good of a goalkeeper he is. Now for the key players, well, for Millwall I'm going to have to go with Jordan Archer if it wasn't clearly obvious. His saves meant that Millwall kept a clean sheet and moved closer to a playoff position, which is so vital for Millwall at the moment. We do need that playoff position. Now for Fleetwood, if it's no obvious idea already who I would say, it's going to be Bobby Grant. He was an immediate threat from all Fleetwood's chances, and of course he had the best chance for Fleetwood after hitting his volley against the crossbar. He definitely deserved to score. He is definitely at the wrong club. He's a fantastic player there. Now, Millwall's next game was actually against Bury, and that was played on Saturday. Now, that analysis video will be going up around about 6 PM tonight. Now, if it isn't uploaded tonight, then I may have to upload it tomorrow. It all depends on the timing and obviously the noise that is going on in my house. So anyway, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this Millwall analysis video. Like, comment, subscribe, and of course, don't forget to stay tuned for more Millwall analysis videos. Goodbye.